Hello, welcome to African in New York. I'm Dear Gracious Miller. Today we have Tina Kakolaki, the performer and singer. She lives in Connecticut, but she also does some businesses in New York. Welcome, Tina.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.
Okay, thank you, Tina. So now we want to start by, just get a little bit of her background. And I just want Tina to, tell us a little bit about herself before we can move to the next phase of the interview.
Okay. My name is Tina Kakolaki, like you said. I'm a singer, songwriter, and performer. I do perform every now and again. And I've actually done that here in New York, in Brooklyn, and Manhattan a couple of times. I started music recording in 2010 with my first song, which is called Owama Shonkorugega, which means he who watches over us, he who, who sees everything. Orugega is something like a wicker basket that has so many different, eyelets or eyes or holes that they are all around, you can see everywhere.
Yeah, just to clarify first, Tina originally comes from Tanzania.
Yes.
And mostly she sings in Swahili, English, and her tribal language, Haya. So I believe that once you mention about the song, it's better to tell us which of the languages is used.
Okay.
Just that.
Very good. So yes, my very first song that I recorded in the studio, Owama Shonkorugega, is in Haya, in my tribal language. That's the first song that I did record in December of 2010. And then I continued the recording into 2011 at the end. And I released the album in March of 2012.
And what was the name of the album?
The name of the album is called Nakupenda.
What does it mean?
Which means I love you.
So this is a love album?
It's a love album. It was inspired by love. Two of my nieces were getting married and my nephew was getting married in 2011. So that kind of inspired me to do an album, So most of the songs that are on that album are celebration songs, wedding songs, happy songs, just for any kind of celebration. It could be a wedding, it could be an anniversary, it could be a birthday party, it could be any sort of celebration.
All right, I'm very sure now the audience are like, where's the song? So we're going to start with one of your songs. Here we have Nakupenda, which is the first song in that album.
Right, the first album, yes.
Yeah.
Nakupenda, nakupenda, njoo kwangu, penzi wangu. Nakupenda, nakuhitaji, njoo kwangu, penzi wangu. kesho na siku zote. Nakupenda, nakupenda, njoo kwangu, mpenzi wangu. Nakupenda, nakuhitaji, njoo kwangu, mpenzi wangu. Nakurongo wange woburora, lugayole batu tuleamo. Nakurongo wange woburora, lugayole batu tuleamo. Nikugonza, nikugonza, lugayoiwe, ngozi kwa nikugonza. Nikwetaka, lugayoiwe, ngozi kwa. Engonzi zaitu zebiro byona, kire kinyenkyo burora kwaitu. Engonzi zaitu zebiro byona, kire kinyenkyo burora kwaitu. Nikugonza, nikugonza, lugayoiwe, ngozi kwa nikugonza. Nikwetaka, lugayoiwe, ngozi kwa.
Wow, I mean, this is wonderful. I mean, I like it.
Thank you.
And could you tell us the message behind the song?
Yeah, so it's a love song called Nakupenda, as I said before. And it was a way of giving maybe a gift to my relatives that were getting married at the time. And so Nakupenda was a slow song for a slow dance between the groom and the bride. That's why it's a slow song, it's a love song. And the message is, you know, Nakupenda, I love you today, tomorrow, and forever. Basically, that's the message. That's the essence of the song.
For those who are not familiar with African music, now the question is, you know, they want to know the name of the rhythm, the name of the style of the music.
Okay. So yeah, this music is, it's Afro-pop. I guess that's the category that you would put in.
Yeah.
You would put it under Afro-pop.
Yeah.
World music. Yes.
So you're originally from Tanzania.
Yes.
Then you live in the United States. And you started singing. So did you start it in Tanzania or did you start singing in the US?
I have always been passionate about singing ever since I was a child. So, you know, I even had these songs in my head that only I knew about. Nobody else knew them, but I would hum them to myself and, you know. So yes, singing has been a passion of mine, but to actually start recording, it was here in the US. That's where I started recording my music.
Okay, so most of the time when I get performers and singers here, their version of how they started singing is like, okay, I went to a church, then I was involved in a choir, and then after that I started like realizing I have a talent, and then I started singing, and
Yes.
So what about your story?
Actually, it's probably similar to the other artists that you have heard. Like I said, when I was a child, I really enjoyed singing. I remember singing ever since I could remember. And yes, I was in school choirs from primary school, singing and dancing, and I was actually a dance troupe leader whenever we had, functions and performances. So primary school, yes, I was in a choir. In secondary school, I was in a choir. Then I was in a church choir throughout primary school and secondary school.
Well, as an African performer and singer in the U.S., how do you see yourself? Do you have a lot of opportunities?
I think there are a lot of opportunities here. There is certainly a lot of opportunities for everybody. You just have to go out there and find them and find ways to tap into those opportunities, whether it be functions, weddings mostly. I do perform at weddings, so I expose people to my music that way. If there's a function other than a wedding, I try to get to it so that people can hear and appreciate my music, and things like that.
So how long does it take for you to write a song?
It varies. You'll be amazed. Some songs could be just done in 10 minutes. Like once you have an idea, you have a thought, you can do it, in that short of a time. Or it could take you days, or it could take you months. I don't know, that's how I see it. Some songs are just right there. When you get the inspiration, you follow on it and you go with the instinct, you go with that feel. You seize the moment.
Yeah, so in this album, Nakupenda, you have another song, Haya.
Yes.
And I think, to be honest, when I listen to this song, I think it's one of my favorites in this album.
Yes.
And, I just want to know, why did you write that song?
That song is it's a celebration song. Ayayayaya shemererwa shanduka kirokyo bugenyi. So it's in Kihaya, in my native
Explain
tongue.
that in English. Yes.
So that means, ayayaya is just something you throw in there, to celebrate. But shemererwa is to be happy, to rejoice, to to just get in the moment of celebrating. So kushemererwa it means to be happy, to rejoice, to just celebrate the moment.
And this song is a celebration song, and
Yes.
when I listened to it, I was just rejoicing, as you're saying.
Yes.
So I want the audience also to have a feel of this one. Yeah.
Sure. So yes, it's
Okay. So let's listen to this one.
sure.
All right. Ay, 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 ay. I mean,
It's addictive, huh?
yeah, I mean, I was just here and I was singing it, I was singing along. So, it's a nice song, a nice album,
Yes.
and here you are trying to reach out to the world and say, I'm there, I'm existing,
Yes.
and my music is there. So I'm talking about the marketing aspect of it. Do you have people who help you to market your album in the US?
Right now, I am on my own, but I'm definitely looking to network with people who can help me, accomplish that.
You know that in New York City and in the US, you have a lot of people who are looking for talents. And you have one.
Okay, thank you. Thank
So
you.
perhaps, do you have a website or somewhere where they will be able to go and meet with you?
I am online. I am on Gmail, so it's tikakokaki@gmail.com.
Could you please spell that?
It's T as in Thomas, Kakokaki. So instead of Kakolaki, it's Kakolaki
At
gmail.com. And
All
that's, I have a channel there. That
I can't believe this that you're singing and you still don't have the sponsor.
Not yet. I don't have sponsors yet, but I'm hoping, with exposures like this, that I might be able to.
And I won't be surprised
capture
tomorrow
somebody's interest.
somebody is calling to say, I want to take this artist and go with her, because you have the talent, you have the music.
Thank you.
And it's African music, and it's you have a unique style, your own style. It's not like you're trying to copy somebody. So, I can see the success before you.
Thank you. Yes, I usually try to be me instead of trying to copy somebody else out there, because I figure, well, it's already out there. Somebody's already done it. So I'm just going to go with my gut feeling, the way I am feeling about this particular song or songs, and that's what I try to do. Just be me, capture whatever is inside me.
Which is normal, because a lot of artists and performers go by their feelings.
Yes.
How they feel. And, most of the time songs that come from somebody's feelings are the ones that succeed, because, they are real.
Right.
Concrete ideas, concrete feelings.
Yes.
So, in this regard, you, in this album also, you had another song, Akati. Is it Akati?
Akati, yes.
Yeah, so what does the song say?
Once again, since the album is a love song album, it's another love song. But so here's where the culture comes in, the way I was, the
I love
culture,
that.
yes. The way I was brought up, the way where I grew up. In the Haya tradition, there's a lot of use of metaphors. You could be sitting there with the adults, they're speaking something, but you don't understand because they're using metaphors, metaphorically speaking. So akati, it means, it could be a piece of stick or a tree, a small tree, but very precious. Kailagura is a darkened tree, which is very rare. Where do you find that? Does it even exist? So in this regard, I'm speaking like a poet. How they use metaphors and they use expressions that sometimes if you're not into that, you will not be able to understand. So that's what Akati, that's how the Kati comes in.
Yeah, so the Akati is there, but what is the message?
It's a representative of something precious, which means love, precious love. It needs to be nurtured and cultivated and just, so that it flourishes.
Adikaira
Oh, so that's another style.
Yes, it is.
Same album. And you know, you said that all these were love songs. And you have another album as well.
Yes.
And what is the name of the album?
My second album is called Mama Nakupenda.
What does it mean?
It means Mother, I love you.
Why did you?
Translation.
Is this like you wanted to say thanks to your mother for something?
Yes, this was my tribute, you know, to my mother, to show her how much I love her, you know, how much I appreciated her, and how much I appreciate everything that, you know, she had done for me. And you know, I remember as a little girl, I always told her that I loved her, and you know, I would just go to her and just like rub her arm and tell her I love her. So when I was, you know, inspired to do the second album, I had that song in mind. I just figured, well, why not? I will just express my love, my appreciation.
And what was the reaction of your mother?
She was brought to tears. She was brought to tears, and she definitely enjoyed the song. Unfortunately, she's no longer here with us. That's why you know, like if you have listened to the song, you would hear the text in the song. But she got to listen to the song before, you know, before she passed on. Yes.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you so much.
Mama, najua maneno tu hayatoshi kuelezea jinsi ninavyokupenda, ninavyokushukuru na kukuthamini mama. Mama, mpenzi wa moyo wangu. Nakushukuru sana kwa kunibeba tumboni mwangu. Siku zote 270 mama. Nilikupenda kuanzia siku niliyozaliwa. Nitaendelea kukupenda siku zote za maisha yangu mama. Mapenzi yako hayana masharti mama.
Niwe mbali nawe au niwe karibu, mapenzi yako mama hayana kipimo.
Mama, wewe ni mwalimu wa mengi ambayo hayapatikani darasani au shuleni. Mama, wewe ni mtu mwenye upendo sana na watu. Umenifundisha upendo mama, ukanifundisha ukarimu. Hapo nimejifunza uhodari mama, nikapata maadili,
heshima zangu zote kwako
nikajifunza kumcha Mungu mama.
Kazi uliyofanya ni muhimu sana mama.
Utulivu, uvumilivu, uchapakazi na mengine mengi nimejifunza kwako mama. Wewe ndiye nguzo mama, na mchango wako popote pale, kuanzia katika familia yako mama. Napenda kukushukuru sana mama, na kukusherehekea mama, kwani wewe ni upendo mama. Asante sana mama kwa kunipa uhai, sitakusahau kamwe mama. Moyoni mwangu daima, hata kama hatuonani mama.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a nice song, and we played it because we remember your mother. Yes.
It's my second album, which, like you said, I dedicated it to my mother because of the love that, you know, she obviously had for me and the love that I have for her, which lives on even though she's no longer here.
Yes.
But that love is eternal.
Yes. I mean, it's good to honor your mother, your father, you know, because it's apart from whatever happens in life, but that's the beginning of
absolutely.
Yeah. So that said, I know that you also perform in New York,
Yes.
and a lot of people maybe they want to know exactly if you have gigs in New York City or in Connecticut.
Okay. Right now, I don't have any gigs in Connecticut in the immediate future. However, I will be here in New York on the 5th. There's a celebration, a Curious on Tanzania Fest that's going to be taking place here in Manhattan.
Oh,
And,
yes.
Yes, so I will be there performing. If you go to Kakolaki at gmail.com, you'll find that information there.
And also they
about
may
the fest.
find more information on www.curiousontanzania.com.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Malaika, malaika, nakupenda malaika, nami nifanyeje, kijana mwenzio, nashindwa na mali sina we, ningekuoa malaika, nashindwa na mali sina we, ningekuoa malaika, kidege hukuwaza kidege, kidege hukuwaza kidege, nani nifanyeje, kijana mwenzio, nashindwa na mali sina we, ningekuoa malaika.
And I do this to everybody who comes to the studio.
Okay.
I just want you to take like 1 minute to tell us exactly why people should support you and what do you want from them.
Okay. Support is very important in this work. You need to have people appreciate what you do. So as an artist, if I have people who appreciate my music, who show support, that makes me, grow, and that makes me, want to further my career, as an artist in the music industry. So, and I believe my music is very good, as you said. So I think, that they should support me and, see what else I am capable of.
And for the sponsors who are out there and they are looking for talents, and you have talent,
Thank you.
and what do you tell them? Because they may be asking themselves, like, if I'm going to work with this artist, then what am I going to get out of her?
I think that's what business are about, negotiations. I'm sure, if there's a sponsor out there, we can negotiate a deal on what, what is to be expected of me and what I expect from them, so that we can both benefit from this venture.
And then could you remind them your website?
Yes, so the website is Kakolaki, so they are all Ks.
Could you spell that?
Kakolaki, Kakolaki at gmail.com.
Okay, so that's the email.
Yeah, that's the channel actually.
Okay, the channel.
Yeah, on yes, on Google.
All right, so this is Tina Kakolaki, the performer and the singer. She performs and she sings in different locations in New York and in Connecticut. And she has so far produced 2 albums. And now she's working she's working on another album, a 3rd one. And she doesn't have a sponsor yet. And she may want to have one in the future. So for anybody out there who want to, come in and help her, expand, horizons in terms of marketing, please do that. And this is African in New York. We welcome Africans and African Americans of high achievements to come to the studio and to narrate their stories. So if you have any stories or you want to come to the studio, just please let us know. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best in this industry.
Thank you.
I believe that you have talent, and I believe that you're going to go far with that, because I loved every single song that you played here in the studio.
Thank you so very much. That's very kind of you.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure being here with you.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.